Best Friends by Shannon Hale is a graphic novel that tells the story of Shannon, a young girl navigating the often turbulent waters of friendship, identity, and growing up. The book is part of the Real Friends series, which is autobiographical in nature, and it captures the awkwardness, joys, and heartbreaks that come with childhood friendships. As Shannon deals with the ups and downs of life in elementary school, she learns that friendships can be complicated, and true friendship often requires understanding, forgiveness, and patience. The story is deeply personal and relatable, especially for readers who have experienced the challenge of finding their place in the social landscape of childhood. With a mix of humor, honesty, and vivid illustrations, Best Friends takes readers on an emotional roller coaster, showing how relationships change and evolve over time. Through Shannon's experiences, we witness the struggle to balance the desire for acceptance with the need to stay true to oneself. A new chapter, moving to a new school. The story begins with Shannon's experience of moving to a new school, a time that can be both exciting and intimidating. As a young girl, Shannon is filled with the usual hopes and fears associated with starting fresh in a new environment. She wants to make friends and fit in, but she also feels unsure about how she will be received by her peers. Shannon's transition to the new school is characterized by the typical social challenges that many children face. Trying to find her place in the classroom, navigating the playground politics, and figuring out who will become her friend. The first few days are filled with a mixture of excitement and nervousness, as Shannon observes the different cliques and dynamics among her classmates. However, despite these initial anxieties, Shannon is fortunate to find a close friend in Adrienne, a girl who quickly becomes her best friend. The bond between them is strong and immediate, and for a time, Shannon feels secure in her friendship with Adrienne. But as the story progresses, Shannon's understanding of friendship begins to change. She begins to realize that even the closest of relationships can be challenging, and sometimes friendships can evolve in unexpected ways. The complexity of friendships. One of the central themes in Best Friends is the complexity of childhood friendships. Shannon initially views her relationship with Adrienne as a perfect friendship, two best friends who share everything, laugh together, and support each other. However, as the story unfolds, Shannon begins to notice the subtle ways in which her friendship with Adrienne changes. Adrienne's growing friendship with other girls begins to create tension between the two friends. Shannon starts to feel left out and unsure of her place in the group. She wonders if she is still as important to Adrienne as she once was. The shifts in their relationship mirror the often unpredictable nature of childhood friendships, where one's social standing can change in an instant, leaving feelings of insecurity in its wake. The complexity of Shannon and Adrienne's friendship is reflected in their interactions and the emotional highs and lows they experience. At times, they are completely in sync, laughing and playing together as if nothing could come between them. At other times, they are at odds, with misunderstandings and hurt feelings driving a wedge between them. This roller coaster of emotions is something that many readers can relate to, as childhood friendships often involve a delicate balance of loyalty, jealousy, and the need for acceptance. Identity and peer pressure. Another important aspect of Best Friends is the exploration of identity and the pressures that come with trying to fit in. As Shannon navigates her friendship with Adrienne, she also grapples with the desire to be liked and the fear of rejection. Like many young girls, Shannon is eager to be part of the in crowd, and she is often uncertain about how to balance her desire for individuality with her need to conform. Shannon's struggle with identity is not limited to her friendship with Adrienne. It also extends to her relationships with other girls at school. She begins to feel the pressure to fit into certain molds and behave in ways that she thinks will make her more popular. This desire to please others leads to moments of confusion and self-doubt, as Shannon wonders whether she is being true to herself or simply trying to meet others' expectations. As the story progresses, Shannon becomes more aware of how her self-image is influenced by her interactions with her peers. She starts to question whether she is making choices based on her own values, or whether she is simply trying to gain approval. This internal conflict is something that many readers can relate to, especially those who have experienced the pressures of fitting in during their own childhoods. The role of conflict and resolution. Conflict plays a significant role in the development of Shannon's character and her understanding of friendship. As Shannon and Adrienne's friendship faces challenges, the story delves into the emotions that arise from conflict, such as frustration, sadness, and confusion. The book shows that even the strongest friendships are not immune to misunderstandings and disagreements. However, the resolution of these conflicts is equally important, as it teaches Shannon valuable lessons about forgiveness, communication, and the importance of staying true to herself. In several instances, Shannon learns that resolving conflict in a friendship requires honesty and vulnerability. She learns that it's okay to have differences, and that true friends can weather the storms together, as long as they are willing to communicate openly and listen to one another. By the end of the book, Shannon's understanding of what it means to be a best friend has evolved. She has learned that friendship is not just about always agreeing or being perfect. It is about accepting each other's flaws, being supportive, and growing together. The resolution of Shannon's conflict with Adrienne shows that friendships, like people, change and grow over time. And that is okay. The key is to continue to be open to these changes and to embrace the lessons that come with them. The importance of empathy. A key takeaway from Best Friends is the importance of empathy in relationships. Throughout the book, Shannon learns that in order to be a good friend, she must first understand the feelings and perspectives of others. Empathy plays a central role in how Shannon navigates the ups and downs of her friendship with Adrienne. As Shannon experiences moments of conflict and frustration, she begins to understand the importance of putting herself in others' shoes. She realizes that her actions and words can have a significant impact on the people around her, and she learns the value of considering how her friends might be feeling before reacting. This lesson in empathy is one that can be applied not just to friendships, but to all relationships in life. Through Shannon's journey, readers learn that empathy is essential to building strong, meaningful connections with others. By being able to understand and share the feelings of others, Shannon is able to build bridges in her relationships and make more thoughtful, compassionate decisions. The book ultimately teaches that being a good friend is about being there for each other, understanding each other's emotions, and supporting one another through both the good times and the bad. Growing up and letting go. As Shannon's experiences with friendship continue to unfold, she begins to understand that growing up often means letting go of certain expectations and accepting change. Friendships, like people, evolve over time, and not all relationships will remain the same. This realization is both bittersweet and liberating for Shannon, as she learns that part of growing up is understanding that change is inevitable. The theme of letting go is portrayed through Shannon's relationship with Adrienne, and the way their friendship shifts over time. While they may not always be as close as they once were, Shannon learns to accept that their bond is still important, even if it looks different than it did in the past. This lesson is a poignant one for readers, as it speaks to the universality of change and the need to adapt to new circumstances. In the end, Shannon's journey is about more than just navigating friendships. It is about learning how to grow, change, and let go of the past in order to make space for new experiences. Best Friends is ultimately a celebration of the process of growing up and the lessons that come with it, including the importance of self-awareness, empathy, and the ability to adapt to new circumstances. Final thoughts: A Journey of Self-Discovery. Best Friends by Shannon Hale is a heartfelt and relatable exploration of the challenges and joys of childhood friendships. Through Shannon's experiences, readers are reminded of the importance of empathy, communication, and understanding in building strong, lasting relationships. The story also highlights the inevitability of change and the need to grow and adapt as we move through life. Shannon's journey is one of self-discovery, as she learns that true friendship is about more than just shared experiences and laughter. It is about being there for one another, even when things are difficult. The book is a valuable resource for children and adults alike, as it offers important lessons on friendship, identity, and personal growth. Ultimately, Best Friends is a celebration of the bonds that shape our lives and the ways in which we can continue to grow and evolve through our relationships with others. Stay tuned for more enlightening content head over to www.mybooksummary.com. Don't forget to subscribe and share the magic with friends. And let's grow together through the power of books and interesting stories.